Hey, what's good, family? I'm your gracious host, Dr. Juice, coming to you live, 7:19 p.m. on November 6th, 2024, the day after the election. Hey, listen, we got some juicy talk today, man. Y'all got to come join Dr. Juice for all the hot fire, and we're going to bring that hot fire to you today, man. I want to hear what's your thoughts on the whole 2024 election. I know y'all got some good feedback that y'all gonna bring to the platform, and then we're gonna make sure we wrap everything up. And we'll be doing some surveys too later on, maybe tomorrow when we get this feedback from you guys. All right, so let's run it. All right. What's good with y'all? All right, man. We're back in the building. We got Professor Voss joining us today. My on time, faithful co-host, Professor. What's good with you? We know we got to get your thoughts on what that 2024 election was about, bro. I know you
Oh,
got some.
how you doing, Dr. Juice? What's going on,
I'm
man?
doing great. I'm doing great, man. I already know you got some hot fire for us today, and we're gonna
Oh,
definitely.
it's data driven. It's all about the data, bro. It's all about the
And we,
data.
yeah, man. I can't wait to hear your insight on the whole thing, and so we're gonna run it, man. We're live now here at Urban Matters here in Lake Wales, Florida, Polk County. And man, listen, Florida was completely red, y'all. And it was a very interesting election. So I just gotta just play this real quick because all of that money they raised, all of those entertainers they had high profile, high top entertainers, Beyonce, Eminem. Oh man, they brought out the whole shebang with the Democrats. But see, that's the thing. That's the way they try to dumb us down, Professor. Let me play this real quick. Y'all check it out.
Is it a dance party with Beyonce? Beyonce, Beyonce, Beyonce. Dance party with Beyonce. Dance party with Beyonce. Dance party with Beyonce. Dance party with Beyonce. Beyonce, 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 Beyonce. Party with Beyonce. Beyonce, Beyonce, Beyonce. Dance party with Beyonce. Dance party with Beyonce. Dance party with Beyonce. Dance party with Beyonce. 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 Party with Beyonce. Beyonce. Stop. Carry on. Dance party with Beyonce. Beyonce. 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 Beyonce.
Hold up.
Dance party with Beyonce. Dance party with Beyonce. Dance party with Beyonce. Dance party with Beyonce. 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 Party with Beyonce. 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 Beyonce.
H-Town.
Hey, that's hilarious, man.
Yes, to you, boy.
That's hilarious, man. But that's what they think about.
Party with Beyonce. 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 Dance party with Beyonce. Dance party with Beyonce. Dance party with Beyonce. Dance party with Beyonce. 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 Party with Beyonce. Beyonce. Stop. Carry on. Dance party with Beyonce. Beyonce. 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 Beyonce.
Hold up.
Dance party with Beyonce. Dance party with Beyonce. Dance party with Beyonce. Dance party with Beyonce. 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 Party with Beyonce. 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 Beyonce.
H-Town.
Yeah.
I'm Marquise. Yes, to you, boy.
Where do
But
you find
Professor, What do you think of that?
Wait, find stuff.
Hey, what? Well, that's what they think of us, bro. We just one big party to the goddamn Democrat Party, man.
Oh my
Bruh.
goodness.
We are just one big party to the Democrat Party. Hey, do you seen that?
No, I'm just getting to the party, man.
I don't mind.
Hold up. We gotta run it back one more time. We gotta run it
They're
back
getting
one more
here.
time for D. Hey, Professor, we gotta run it back one more time for D, man. We got to run it right. Go ahead, D. What's good with you, man?
I don't want to miss the party, man.
D,
Oh, run that back.
bruh. But that's what they think of us, Professor. We just one big party, bro. You want me to run it back for D one more time?
You're running back for D.
This is what the Democrat Party think of the black folks. This is what they think. They gave you one big campaign party of its celebration. They gave you celebrities and everything. So I gotta dedicate this. This is what we get for our vote right here. We the only ones get this for our votes, D.
Joe Biden is asleep. Kamala is at a dance party with Beyonce.
Yeah.
Joe Biden is asleep. Kamala is at a dance party with Beyonce. 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 Joe Biden is asleep. Kamala is at a dance party with Joe Biden is asleep. Kamala is at a dance party with Beyonce. 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 Dance party with Beyonce. Dance party with Beyonce. Dance party with Beyonce. Dance party with Beyonce. Beyonce. Beyonce.
Roland Martin,
Beyonce. Beyonce. Party with Beyonce. 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 Dance party with Beyonce. Dance party with Beyonce. Dance party with Beyonce. Dance party with Beyonce. 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 Party with Beyonce. Beyonce.
Stop. Carry on.
Dance party with Beyonce. Beyonce. Dance party with Beyonce. Beyonce. Dance party with Beyonce. Beyonce. Dance party with Beyonce.
Y'all make sure y'all like and share the video, family. You coming into the building, make sure you hit the like button and make sure you share. We're gonna light it up today. Hold up.
Dance party with Beyonce. Dance party with Beyonce. Dance party with Beyonce. Dance party with Beyonce. 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 Party with Beyonce. 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 Beyonce.
H-Town.
Hey, y'all please forgive me, man. Please forgive me. Please forgive me, family. I'm petty. Y'all know I'm petty. Y'all know I'm petty as hell.
That's where that 40 million was some of their raise went to.
That's where that 40 million went. And that's my first statement I want to make. Ladies, black queens, I love y'all so much. They used y'all. Can't y'all see that they use you? They raised 40 million, and out of the 40 million, all you got was a Cardi B. You got Megan Thee Stallion did a performance for you. She popped it and twerked it. And then everybody thought Beyonce was going to have a concert, but Beyonce just came out and talking about H-Town. And they got y'all. They finessed you, family. And we tried to warn you. Didn't we try to warn them here, fellas? I ain't trying to say I told you so. But listen, they ran a bum-ass campaign. There was no way they was going to beat Trump. Trump was using data. They was using AI. They were using masterful marketing. It's just no way they was going to win. And then they throwed her out. It was a train wreck. They throwed her out there 6 months to prepare. There's no way. Then she literally turned her back on all her duties for the White House. This woman was not going to do any of these things she was saying. I got into a back and forth with one of my family members about them trying to claim they're going to cut the price of groceries down. And so I asked my people, I'm like, how? How is she going to do that? What's she going to do? Go hold all the grocery store chains gunpoint? You're going to send the military to distribute the food? How? It's all cap. It's word salad. It's talk. D, what you think about that, D? We're gonna let D get the first take it in because I already know Professor gonna give us some of that. I already know Professor gonna get ready to run it. So what's good, D?
Well, one thing, you got transportation. You got pickup transportation, and then energy. The energy go up.
Yep.
So how is she gonna be able to do it?
Thank you.
Right. So all that what she was talking about, it was no data to prove anything.
Nothing.
It was just talk.
All cap.
All cap. So now the people just get the chance to see it. The first thing I got this morning, the brother called me. Are you happy now?
That what he asked you?
Yes.
Just butt hurt for nothing.
Yeah. Are you happy now?
Wow.
Yeah. And then when you try to be truthful to tell them, hey man, Trump is part of the family. She's not. It's much more than what y'all think.
Way deeper.
Way
Rabbit
deep.
hole is way deeper.
You're not understanding what you're dealing with. You've been lied to from day one, and you still believe in a system like this? Boy, when they say our people would die from the lack of ignorance, man.
Wow,
And
we already got 46 plays. They tapped in.
And people honestly think they're a Democrat.
Yeah.
And Republican, they think they are a Democrat.
My thing is, D, they think it's a difference. I'll be like, come on, man. And I'm not, listen, family, listen. We're not doing this show today. We really want your feedback. We want your thoughts on what just went down. What just took place. What did you just witness in 2024 here in America? And I know everybody, I hear a lot of people talking about, oh man, we gotta pray. I'm gonna just give it to God. Why you didn't give it to God the first time? Huh? Why you thought you was gonna trust in man and it was gonna work out? Huh? Why did you give it to God the first time? God ain't studying you right now. God ain't studying you. God don't want to hear that foolishness. No, you should have did it the first time. And then who's to say, for all my Bible thumpers, maybe that's who God wants. Don't you think if God didn't want that man in office, he wouldn't be in office? For everybody that want to believe in that theological theory, huh? Then first off, you supposed to be a man or woman of God. You ain't had no business even voting for the Democrats with all them abominations that they're trying to make legal in law. These people are steady putting policies and laws together to undermine your existence on this planet. I digress. Professor, fill us in. Let's give these guys a hand for coming in and having this discussion today, y'all. I want to give these boys a hand. I got to give these fellas a hand, man. Did y'all get that hand clap, fellas?
No, I know you trying to configure your system, and it didn't. That we might have to manually do a hand clap.
Okay, you didn't hear it that time, huh?
No, sir.
Okay, I know what's going on with it. All right, continue, Professor.
Gentlemen, I usually have a lot to say, but I'm just speechless.
Speechless.
When you look at I would encourage your audience to go back and look at some of our shows. First of all, as a scientist, I've been politically independent since Rainbow Obama. And what that has allowed me to do
exactly
is look at this thing as objectively as I possibly could, man.
Yes, sir.
And when you look at our history, we've always been a pawn. We was a pawn for the Union during the Civil War. We was a pawn for the Confederate. It's never changed. And I've always said that you talk about religion, religion has prevented black people from critically thinking. And unfortunately, we've been so traumatized historically is that all we want to do is have fun. All we want to do is party. And black people were manipulated behind that mindset. And they gave you that. They gave you concerts. And what was a couple of things for me. Number one, it was an insult, so many insults to our culture. The first insult is that you mean to tell me that with all of the great black minds that we have professors, we have doctors, but you couldn't find one.
Yes.
You couldn't find one intellectual black person. No, listen, nobody loves booty shaking in strip clubs more than me. Okay,
Wow.
Nobody. I love it, but I also understand how things should be appropriate, and that just wasn't appropriate. And they manipulated black people on party. The other thing that was that I resented the way they talked to black men. I resented the way the Democrats talked to black men. They called us low IQ voters.
All that.
They said that we didn't know what we was talking about. They just drugged us.
Called us dumb, uneducated.
They called us uneducated, dumb. That was very insulting. It really. I try not to hate, but I tell you what, I'm really on the threshold with the Democratic culture because of that. And I don't take disrespect too well. I don't. The other thing that was disturbing to me as well is that how they just drunk the Kool-Aid. They just drunk the Kool-Aid like it was moonshine. Very disturbing. And now you see the results. You ain't got to listen to me. Look at the data. That man broke all kind of records. And what I thought from a strategic perspective is how he got out all those charges now. They got to drop all of that. So you can say what you want to say. I never liked any one of them. I didn't like Donald Trump when he was doing the Apprentice. That's just me. But I gotta respect the strategy. I gotta respect, number one, how they brought. I'm a technologist, so I'm very interested in seeing what Elon Musk gonna do. Okay, very interested in that. I was also when I saw them go underground, when I saw them create their own network. Democrats didn't have their own network like that. They had their own network, so they were better organized. So, with all that said, I don't see how the Democrats could have possibly competed with all of those things that the Republicans had before them. But here we go again, and I ask this question over and over again. Okay, now the election is over with. How are you gonna make your money, black people? How are you gonna get paid? How are you gonna make money? What strategies do you have? What economic strategies do you have going forward? Are you gonna still party the next 4 years? Is it gonna be all about concerts and party? I haven't seen an economic strategy. How are you gonna make money? D, what could we have done with part of that $40 million that they raised? None of them came to. There's so many black businesses out here that could have used capital. They could have used capital. What was that? Was it 40 million, 80 million, D?
40 million.
$40 million.
Out of the 40 million, they could easily hire you to teach AI, all the new stuff coming out. Why waste? You waste your resources.
Oh, why you think I teach internationally? They're not going to do that. They're not going to do that. $40 million. Imagine the impact that could have had on on the black businesses. But no, they want to have a concert. They want to have a party.
They wanted to have a dance party with Beyonce.
What does that? And here's the other question. What does that say about how they view you? What does that say? What does that say about your mindset? What's that Bible verse Dr. Juicy talk about? So as a man thinketh, so is he.
Oh,
is that a Bible verse?
Yeah, so a man thinketh, so shall he commit it. And that's what they're doing. See, and this is no disrespect to my family, but I understand that we're dealing with a lot of folks with reprobated minds. You know about that, right, D? Reprobated minds. And they have a mindset where, and they see the Democrats and these politicians, Republicans on both sides of the aisle, they understand that it's easy to dumb you down with emotions, and all these damn groups that they're putting together, these organizations that they're putting together like Black Lives Matter and Me Too movement. They understand how to play on your emotions because they know you don't know how to separate your emotions from doing real business and standing on business. You see what I'm saying? So that's where we at, y'all. And speaking of that, let me play a clip real quick. Y'all know I got thousands of clips, man. I got a whole library of just stuff that just break it down so we can give y'all a little bit more perspective and see that I hate our black women fell for this. Because that's what they tried to do. They tried to separate y'all from us. And so they know that we're weak when we're not together, working together. I think I made a post this week, y'all. I think it was yesterday I posted something. And it said, let's make 2-parent households. Let's make that popular again. You know what I'm saying? So that we can come together and build wealth, build education, and self-govern ourselves. That's what it's about. Because they sure ain't gonna do it. Let me play this clip real quick.
And I act so surprised that y'all didn't see that Trump was going to win. I knew Trump was going to win.
Can y'all hear it?
I knew Kamala wasn't going to win.
Up a little bit.
Kamala wasn't winning.
Let me see if I can turn it up a little bit. Okay. I love this chick right here. She be dropping hot facts.
And I act so surprised that y'all didn't see that Trump was going to win. I knew Trump was going to win. I knew Kamala wasn't going to win. I knew Kamala wasn't winning, and that's because Kamala represents what most modern women represent today, and that's that Me Too movement. And that Me Too movement have fucked it up for a lot of you bitches because they understand that y'all don't play motherfucking fair. And see, it's not the fact that guys didn't want to do this shit with you. Like, guys don't mind working with you. They don't mind doing this teamwork with you. It's just the fact that you bitches have shown them that when you get positions of power, you forget about that motherfucking teamwork. And you start working against a motherfucker, and that's not fair. That's not how business operates. Like, get your feelings out the motherfucking money. You bitches don't know how to separate your emotions, and that's why the fuck America's not ready for a woman in office. That Me Too movement might have started with some females who really went through some real shit, banding together, real victims out here. But somehow, some way, y'all done let everybody in that bitch, and now their narrative is more louder than yours. Now it's just people who have made poor choices and poor decisions in their life with zero accountability. Everybody can claim victim. And that's not right. That's not fair. And until that narrative is a little bit more diluted, until that narrative is attached with responsibility and accountability, like, I'm not going to show up to a nigga house 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning. I'm just saying, women with accountability, I'm not going to show up to a nigga house 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning if I didn't come to fuck. That's what a woman with accountability going to do. You know what I'm saying? She can already have the conversation with herself, like, bitch, you going over there to fuck. That's what you doing. And then I already... They told her, like, yeah, you know if I come over there, nigga, I'm trying to fuck. You show up at a nigga house 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning, you ain't trying to fuck, and the nigga say, well, what the fuck is you here for? He not being funny. It's the real motherfucking truth. Like, bitch, what the fuck are you here for? You mean to tell me that you would get out of your bed, drive? I don't give a fuck if it's 5 minutes down the road, bitch. You would get out your motherfucking house, closed and all, to come over to go sit at a nigga house to have some fucking conversation. You mean to tell me you that pressed for conversations? What about them fucking options? Them options that you said you had. You was better off saying that you was getting out your bed, bitch, to at least travel to get some motherfucking dick. Now, that makes sense to a nigga.
You know what I'm saying? And see, that's what that whole women's rights to her body. Let's just keep it above 100. 97% to 98% of you sisters are only going along with this right to abort your baby or right to unalive your baby, a right to unalive a child and commit, the M word. I don't want to say it live because they'll block me. They'll try to mute my channel. But y'all want to be around here having gutter sex and then think you got all these rights and you don't want to take no accountability for your actions. That's what that sister just broke down. Where's the accountability? Furthermore, what if the man want to keep the child? Where's his rights? Where's his reproductive rights? See, y'all got to stop letting these people paint and control these narratives for you. If you need to, and in Florida, I had to tell my daughter about this today, that she's been misinformed. It's not the fact that you can't abort your baby. You can still, under certain circumstances, get an abortion. If it's, health reasons, if it's has something to do with incest, rape, you can still get an abortion down here in Florida. So that's how they fearmonger you. This whole 2024 election on the Democrat side has been fearmongering. They have not offered any type of tangible solutions, resources, economic solutions, any type of economic strategies to heal this land. Their whole campaign was fearmongering and Donald Trump. They didn't one time say, oh, well, we're going to do this. We need to do this for our voters. We're going to do this for the Americans. I didn't hear that. And that's what I think they didn't connect. They didn't connect with the youth because you can't tell them youth are like, I'm from Generation X. I'm 50 plus. Professor and a lot of these guys, we Generation Xers, and we're also baby boomers generations. You can kind of tell us some stuff and it might go off our head, but you can't tell these younger generations that the millennials, the Generation Zs, because they know how to use technology and research things. And they're I won't say they're smarter than us, but they're way more intellectually savvy than we are. And they know how to go and look up things. We're not going to take the time to go and research anything. And I think that's where the Democrat Party did not connect with the younger generations. And they're not going to give the real numbers. Professor's working on some numbers for us, y'all, with some data. We're going to present that to this platform. But we're going to show you how many black men and women voted for Trump. Because people are tired of being broke, busted, and disgusted. There is no joy when you're not making any type of economics and any type of wealth in your family, and you're just suffering, and you're suffering, and you wanted us to suffer for another 4 years. It's absolutely asinine. I digress.
Hey, Juice.
Yes, sir.
Like I was saying before, what is slave wage? The Romans had slave wages. But people they never thought of that. 30 pieces of silver. 30 pieces of silver. Slave wage. Absolutely. So Absolutely. even the portray with 30 pieces of silver. Slave wages.
Wow. We got my brother Marquis in the building. Let's bring brother Marquis in. Marquis Mark. Salute, my brother. Salute. Can't hear you, brother Mark. Can't hear you.
How are you guys doing this evening?
Absolutely amazing. Absolutely amazing.
So
Absolutely
am I.
amazing.
Yes.
All righty. We got to get your thoughts, bro. We got to get your thoughts. Let me play this real quick, and we're going to bring Mark in for his thoughts. Let me play another clip I came across. Y'all pardon the language. Facebook, YouTube, pardon the language. Family, if you have kids in the room, cover their ears, because it's a lot of people on both sides that are being expressive about this whole thing, y'all. Let's see what we talk about here.
Oh,
PSA to every black woman that raised that fucking money for Kamala. You raised $40 million in one motherfucking night for a campaign for concerts and fucking speeches. You motherfuckers are dumb. You think I'm about to fucking vote with y'all? You spent $40 million on concerts. You stupid motherfuckers. I tried to say this without cussing you dumb motherfuckers out. It don't work. And I'm not about to sit there and keep biting my lip. We too damn close to the election. You raised $40 million in one night for this motherfucker. And you got a fucking concert and a fucking Beyonce speech. And you happy with that. These the same motherfuckers that pay $1,000 for a fucking picture with Chris Brown. You think I'm voting for you? You think I'm voting with you? You gotta be the dumbest motherfucker that ever walked this planet. You just threw my motherfucking money away to people that's already fucking rich.
There it is. I think it's a lot of these fellas is upset about this thing, ladies. Man. Bro, Mark, chime in.
Well, I think he expressed a lot of the disdain that's around our community when we got a group of women that's hard-headed, narcissistic, and feel like they smarter than the Almighty God himself.
Wow.
Just because they read some books and they went to some classes and they were lifted up by the people that love them. They feel like they are freaking, and then that lifts them up above you as the man of the house. And so this election, you know, it was set up to be like.
Oh, I think we lost bro Mark. I think we lost you, bro Mark. Yeah, I think he blanked out on us, y'all. He blanked out on us. We lost him. Yep, we lost him. I think we lost him, y'all. Okay, I think we got him back. Hold on. Let's see. Can we get him back in the building?
Let's see.
Yeah, we lost you, bro Mark.
Yeah, I looked down. I was like, "What the world?" I'm on the move. I'm on the move. Sorry about that, gentlemen.
Yeah.
But it's just it demonstrates the divisiveness, and unfortunately, I'm gonna say in our community, you know, because our women have jumped on this bandwagon, and they really need to jump off, because I have spoke with so many women that are very intelligent, but when it come down to voting, or when it come down to researching information about a candidate, man, only thing they going off is the talking points. When I give them certain information, and you know me, I'm going to pull up receipts.
Pull the receipts up. Yes, sir.
And I lay them receipts before them, they get quiet. And then you start getting the defensiveness kicking in. And I tell them, you know, you don't have to get defensive. You know, these are just facts. And when you're speaking about somebody, be able to back up what you're saying. Don't just say because D.L. Hughley said it and whoever else said it and Oprah said it, that means it's right. You know, no, you gotta look at it for yourself with your own two eyes. So, but I'm very interested to see how everything play out. I'm very happy that it didn't go toward Kamami. So this nation is not in as bad a shape as I thought it was, because, you know, I was really disheartened to think that we will vote for somebody who is so I'll just say ungodly, unmoral, unprincipled. Who's so far off from our compass. I just couldn't believe that so many of us was standing behind her. And I'll say this and then I'll get off. A meme that I saw, I think sort of summed it all up. Because our women have jumped on this feminist bandwagon, only thing they saw was gender. Similar to the Barack Obama thing, where most black people, only thing they saw was color. So they've been grooming our women on this gender ride.
Identity politics.
Correct. So this meme said, it's going to be a gender reveal party tonight. And hopefully it's a girl. And, forget the gender. What about the policies? Listen to what this person is spewing from their mouth and what they stand for. I just hope that this makes us start doing that a little more. Because even if somebody lying to me, at least they lying to me saying the things that I want to hear. But so then I got something I can stand on when I say why I did what I did. But if you're not going to lie to me and say nothing about anything that I believe in, then what am I doing? Just because you have a penis or a vagina, I'm going to vote for you? Not today, not tomorrow, not ever.
All right, we thank you for that, bruh. We thank you for that. And these people are crashing out. They lost their mind. It's a lot of listen. The media is real quiet right now. It's a lot of people around there with the hush mouth, boy. They quiet as a church mouse right now. You hear me? And I want their feedback, and I want people to come on here because we need to talk about this, and so we don't make this mistake going forward again. Because I think they're trying to dumb America down. This is I call it Project Dumb America Dumb Down, and that's what's going on, y'all. And we got to get off of this damn dumb down train. It's sad. It is very, very sad.
I'm
gonna share another video with y'all real quick. I think we got some more people coming into the building. Let's see. This is from my boy J. Mal Green. This is the guy that confronted Roland Martin. This is his Twitter platform. But I'm gonna play this one young lady. She crashing out, man. Y'all listen to this. People are literally butthurt real bad, man. Like they just been raped or something. Just listen to this foolishness.
Scared to go to sleep. I might wake up a motherfucking slave. On Disney Plus. Y'all, like, why are y'all Trump supporters? Like, why? Why are y'all Trump supporters? Like, why is this a thing right now? Why is this okay? I can't do this no more. I should have kept my vote to myself because I knew it didn't fucking matter. I knew it didn't.
She said she knew her vote didn't matter. And she said she's scared to go to sleep. She said she might wake up a slave.
She getting slave
She
pay.
literally said she might wake up a slave. She's scared to go to sleep.
They've been getting slave pay for years. Sleep.
But D, do you see the effect of the shaming tactics that they putting on our people, man? Do you see the effect of the shaming tactics? Did you hear that one on Bro Mark? I think you missed that one.
No. Oh yeah, the one with the girl just
she
now.
Crying
yes, I heard it. Yeah, that's correct. And that goes that's on like you say, it's the shaming and tactics. It's that all the lies that's being put out there about what the policy of one candidate is, that's not true. And we can't, you know, and we refuse to read. Refuse to read.
Refuse to educate ourselves and inform ourselves. Did you
And
hear
this,
it? I think you came in late too on the show, Mark. Did you hear this one here? I don't know if you caught this one.
Asleep, Kamala is at a dance party with Beyonce. 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 Beyonce.
Marquise.
Dance party with Beyonce. Dance party with Beyonce. Dance party with Beyonce. Dance party with Beyonce. 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 Party with Beyonce. 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 Dance party with Beyonce. Dance party with Beyonce. Dance party with Beyonce. Dance party with Beyonce. 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 Party with Beyonce. Beyonce.
Stop. Carry on.
Dance party with Beyonce. Beyonce. 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 Beyonce.
Hold up.
Dance party with Beyonce. Dance party with Beyonce. Dance party with Beyonce. Dance party with Beyonce. 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 Party with Beyonce. 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 Beyonce.
Unbelievable. That's all black people got for their votes. A celebration. A damn celebration. Professor, chime in, man, please.
Well, I echo Brother Mark in terms of my interest in seeing how we go forward. It's really hard for me to let the disrespect go. I get accused of holding on to things. That's just my nature. I don't forget. And as Brother Mark was saying, with this disrespect narrative in our own community, somehow they've manipulated us into having a high level of disrespect. Let me point out a couple of things. I know a lot of brothers who, I call them that loosely, who was really hardcore with the Democrat Party. And I believe these men had very low self-esteem. And what I mean by that is that, think about it. I get it. Even myself, when my money ain't right, I'm worse than a woman with a bad menstrual cycle. I'm a man. I'm about my bag. I get the emotional part. And it's unfortunate that a lot of our brothers, they had low self-esteem for financial reasons. We talk about data. What I've noticed, I've been in Atlanta for 30 years, and I've noticed that the Rainbow Club has become a more financial opportunity than how you was born into that orientation. I know people who was born like that, okay? And I understand that. I understand that. I know guys like that. But everybody ain't like that. And I see that it's become a financial opportunity. For instance, during this whole time, I've never seen them promote a solid, respectable black man in their whole party. It was always a comedian. It was always an entertainer. And I'm not bashing them. I'm saying that they have their place. They have their place. But there are many brothers who had their own platform who was publishing real knowledge, and these people didn't embrace. The only only black men that they seemed to embrace was the ones who had low self-esteem and needed money, and they paid them, and they sold their soul. So what I'm interested in seeing now, when we talk about provide and protect, from a risk factor, a lot of these sisters been exposed. They're in a high risk exposure now because I don't know if they're gonna get the protection that they think they're gonna get now. I'm wondering about that. I saw at a polling office during the election where this white man, he literally pushed and hit a black woman, and the polling office was full of women.
I saw that.
They were full of women, and I said, well, and I'm concerned. Well, where were the men? Where were their protection? Where was their protection? He literally called. And think about this: how would you feel if a white man called your mama a bitch in front of her face and pushed her? And I told somebody, she said, "Well, Professor, you a sworn law enforcement officer. Let me tell you something, bro. I would have turned my badge in. I would have turned my badge in. If that would have happened to anybody, I would have known, bro. I would have turned it in because I know how I would have reacted to that. Any man, I don't know a real man who would sit there and watch his mother, his sister, his girlfriend. So that's what they're up against now. You talk about that. So that disrespect is going to reverse on them. So where are they going to get protection now? Who's gonna put themselves in harm's way to protect that? So yeah,
well, I'm gonna kind of play the devil's advocate on that, Professor. Okay. I think that we're literally gonna still be here to protect our women. I don't think we'll allow any type of harm to come to them, especially from the dominant society. But women, this is why you have to be very careful when you jump on the bandwagon of the people that are trying to oppress you and you believe in the agendas that really benefit them. And you start alienating yourself from your man, your protection. I'm going to say this one thing about, I think me and Professor was having this conversation today, D. Don't get me wrong. White supremacy and the system of white supremacy, it exists. But it's a system. It's not an individual person. No, that individual person, they may practice within that system. But racism, systemic racism is a system that's in place. It's a bank. It's some type of mortgage company that won't give you that loan. It exists in our law enforcement sometimes from bad apple cops. But women, one thing you don't want to do, you don't want to alienate yourself from the black man, because the black man is the most strong. He has out of any man that's walked this earth, the black man is way more intelligent than any other man life form. He's way more, he has more strength than any other man on this planet. And he also has the most courage. Now, I know a lot of our younger men are starting to be emasculated and they have a lot of emotional instability that they're dealing with. And that can cause them to make BS choices in life and have to go and take accountability for those choices within the incarceration systems. But let me tell you something about a man. I got a son. He right there in the other room. If you train that boy in the way that he should go and he see you being an upstanding, outstanding man, it's gonna rub off on him. And that's one thing I can say about my son, knock on wood. He hasn't been in any trouble with the law. And he's 21 years old. He just hit 21. Never been in any trouble, besides some, girl troubles and stuff like that. But other than that, he's a well-rounded kid because that's what he saw. That's what I demonstrated in front of him. So I just had to say that, Professor. We're going to be here for our women, but let it be known, you're going to have to stand up for us because you're being used. Tell me, what did you get out of this whole 2024 election from 2020 to 24? What did black women gain in this society, in this current administration?
Well,
hold up, Professor. All you was taught was how to separate yourself and play identity politics and agendas you came in contact with, and you just push your man away from you even the more. I digress, Professor.
So let me argue with you for a minute, sir. So D said they raised $40 million.
40 million.
They could have won by a landslide if they say, you know what? We're going to take, even if it was 1 million, 2 million, because they raised 40 million, 5 million. And what we going to do with our brothers, we gonna get behind our brothers, and we're going to invest in them. We're gonna put a website up, okay, because we raised this money. We know that there's brothers out here that are trying to start their businesses. We know the brothers out here trying to independent. We're going to set aside $5 million for the brother. Explain to me, D, explain to me, Brother Mark, explain to me, Dr. Juice, why they couldn't do that. Why? See, you ain't got nothing to say. So.
They couldn't do that because it's outside of their training. It's outside of that Boule training. It's outside of that feminist training. Because listening to him, a man is dumb. A man is an oaf. A man is a lot of things, but a man.
But you won't. So Dr. Juice. So you're proposing that I put what I'm saying, and I'm speaking figuratively, but so you're saying that black men should put themselves at risk with no benefit at all?
No, I just think that the instinct that we were, that the values and the principles that was instilled in us through our DNA would not allow us to watch harm come to our women if we're in the vicinity or it's a family member or something like that. Now, somebody way on the other side of the country, I get it. But I'm just saying somebody locally, and we're not going to allow them, because think about it. You got a daughter. That's a woman. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not trying to lump all women in together and make them one big titty. But what I'm saying is that we still have to show women like your daughter that men are here for them.
Well, let me kind of chime in on that, because I'm going to speak from a couple experiences that I had, and because I'm that one. I'm just like Professor Voss, where Professor Voss say he'll turn his badge, whatever else, to stand up for his.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. We kind of saying the same thing.
Right. But what my point is, though, I remember while in Texas, I do the exact same thing. Young lady is.
You there, bro, Mark? I think we lost him again. I think we lost Bro Mark right in the middle of his sentence. I think we lost him. I think we got him back now. Hold on.
Let's see.
Yeah, we keep dropping you, Mark.
Bruh, I am in an area that has never given me a problem, and now it's carrying on. And I was on the phone with my son yesterday, and we started noticing little phone. He said, "You notice that, Dad?" I was like, "Yeah." I say, "So we got ears on us, so just
Absolutely.
And now my phone don't want to act right during the live. It's so, but I did the exact same thing, and I'll do it. Let me say like this, and I have always been the person to do that you know, where my black woman is in trouble, I'm gonna come help, whether I know her or not. But I will tell you now, Dr. Juice, and I think I've told you this before. I don't know about that anymore. I really don't, unless I see absolutely everything, because they make you pause. Because I can be in a no, I have been in a store.
Tribulation.
I have looked walking down the aisle, black woman coming at me. This is not one time, this is almost every time coming at me, and they will look off, they'll look at their phone, they'll look everywhere, they won't speak, they won't say a word. And then in this instance I'm talking about,
We lost him again. It was getting good too, wasn't it?
Hey, but one thing, Juice,
Mm-hmm.
a lot of people they still don't understand we under that tribulation also.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And I talked to Voss about that earlier, that under the tribulation like that, it's oppression. That's what tribulation is. To make snares, to make laws against you. Some people call it a curse, but that's not a curse. It's tribulation. That's what men do.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah, what's that one scripture? Say it will be difficult for you to tell the wheat from the tare. You won't be able to recognize what's good and what's bad.
Well, under tribulation, it's policy against you. Period.
Right, I got you.
It's to make your life a living hell. That's why your years were cut. That's why your years was cut. Because you see the young lady, she just sitting there crying, I'm a slave. Man, come on. You fall in that, you believe that so hard. That you are mad. These people are mad now. And that's part of tribulation.
Wow.
Yeah.
and why can't this just be a simple, like it used to be, you know? It's just a simple vote, one man win, one man lose. That's how it used to be. But now it's so emotional. They make it so emotional. So, like you say, you get people who create tribulation in their own existence because what the mind thinketh. You know, yeah, you've been a slave, you just don't realize it. Like Professor Paul said, like I say, every time you go to one of these JOBs, you go into a plantation. You going to Massa Walmart plantation, you going to Massa McDonald's plantation, going to Masters.
And you're working for 30 pieces of silver.
Slave labor.
Slave pay.
Let
You
me
don't
play
make
one
$30
more
an
clip.
hour.
Let me play one more clip. Again, black men, so much blowback, right? And this is what black men are literally responding and saying. See if I get Bro Mark back in real quick. Hold on. See if I can get him back in, y'all. Hold on. Before I go to this real quick clip here.
Just yes, sir. Just to let you guys know, I'm not gonna say much more because I get cut off every time. But I got 5 bars on my phone, 5G with 5 bars, and I'm getting cut out like nobody business. So
Sound like shadow
don't.
banning.
Yes, sir. Yes,
Let me,
sir.
can I
Sound like
squeeze in
Shadow
right quick? While you're doing that, let me squeeze in right quick. Here, gentlemen, here's where I am with black women. All right.
Okay.
There's a black woman in Florida, and she know who she is. I don't think she listened to the show. But this black woman got me a contract. And you know what she said to me? She said, Professor, I'm not going to rest until you get a contract. Did y'all hear that? This
Yes,
was a
sir.
very, I'm not going to call her name. She's a very powerful black
But see,
woman.
that's my point. You're proving my point right, Professor. It's not all of them. So we can't just beat them all up.
I'm not beating them all up. So let me clarify that. What I'm saying is the reckoning that needs to happen in my mind is that they need to take on that attitude. So no, I'm not saying all. I'm giving an example. This woman said, Professor, I'm not going to rest until you get a contract. And guess what? She made sure I got a contract. Our women got, see, let me explain something to you. And here's my position with white women, with black women. You sitting at that man's table eating his food. I get that. And I know he's scared of me. And I know he ain't gonna let me in the house. And I'm not a house Negro, so I understand that. But if we gonna do business, if we gonna have a relationship, you better set some food out there in that back door for me to eat. Because I'm trying to be free. Mm-hmm. So if she don't have that attitude, we can't do business, bro.
That is exactly how we need to be. That is exactly
correct. And speaking of free black men and how they think, it was a blessing that Kamala lost and Trump won, because that's just the way that it was supposed to be. So speaking of that, let me show you what men response is, especially black men, their response is to all the backlash that they are receiving. It was a black man saying right now. My nigga. Hey, listen. Stop playing with us. Stop playing with the black media. Stop playing with black men. We have spoken. We have put our foot down. We have separated ourselves. We have let y'all know that we are back on our square. We are back on our point. And listen, we won't have any less. You're not gonna come in as a liberal, European liberal, and tell us how we should vote. Tell us how we should interact with our women. Tell us how we should interact in our communities. And then you're offering nothing as far as any type of economic support. You know the game. You set this up. You set it up like this. So what we're saying is that that's the last straw. This is the straw that broke the camel's back. We're not allowing Democrats, Joe Biden, to tell us, oh, you ain't black if you don't vote for me. We're not listening to that type of rhetoric anymore. Michelle Obama comes out the other day. Black men, I know you're going through something, but hey, listen, ladies, don't be threatened. You don't have to tell your man how you vote. You can go down to that voting booth and you ain't got to tell him what you do. That's seeding and that's sowing division. And that's what the Democrats do. They want to divide us from our women because they know that that makes weak family structure in return. I digress. And Michelle need to be ashamed of herself. They pulled out every low life in every low measure they could do to try to win this election. And they knew they were using us. We didn't know they were using us, but they knew. Now, I mean, the black media, of course, us here at Urban Matters Black Media Group, we knew what was going on the whole time. But come on, how long are y'all gonna be played like this? How long are we gonna be finessed like this, fellas? Isn't that kind of like what our commitment and that's what our whole vision and our whole mission is with this platform? Am I right? I think we lost Bro Mark again, but he'll be back. You see how the powers that shouldn't be are fighting us right now. Bro Mark can't even keep his phone up. He said he has 5 bars on his signal and the signal still won't stay intact.
When your enemy understands more about the black man than the black woman, that creates an issue. When your woman spends more time learning how to move a master than she spends time learning how to move for her man or her family or both, that's an issue. We got a lot of women that are heading the households that don't even know how to do it. I mean, we got to stop. We got to put our foot down. We got to say enough is enough. Parents got to start parenting again. It's not easy. It's not easy. You won't be able to go to the club when your son is on punishment because you want to make sure that he don't sneak out and he don't do what he's supposed to do. It's going to be a little uncomfortable. But guess what? That's what you do when you parent. You create uncomfortable situations for your children. You create comfortable situations. You're an adult, you got to know how to balance it. And if you don't talk to an elder, don't alienate and isolate yourself from any type of person that can give you information that can help you in the proper raising of your child. We got to become a community again. Got to. Because otherwise,
Austin. Well, Juice, we still go through that Samson and Delilah. Our women became Delilah. They told our secrets to the enemy. That went out.
So, gentlemen, I think one thing we probably should do in this upcoming is keep a track on promises and promises kept, and highlight promises and promises kept. And then on top of that, like what Professor Boss always say and what we always believe in, how do we capitalize on that promise that was kept? Because we got to get the most out of these 4 years as we can. And in this community, get the most out of it.
Well, Brother Mark, you certainly highlight the rhetorical question that I continuously ask you all, and I'll ask it right now. The real question is, now that it's over with, how do we collectively make money going forward? Where are the opportunities? And I can tell you right now, since I've been teaching internationally, as I'm doing right now, as I speak to you all, I constantly do research because I have to teach this AI robotics. And my question is, how will you make money economically, collectively going forward? When I look at Elon Musk, and when I look at history, and I'll give you a quick lecture on that. When Russia sent Sputnik up in space in 1959, that shocked America. Because from a military perspective, whoever controlled the sky controls the world. Okay? We now have a space force. Not just the Air Force, we have a space force. There were policies made back in the 60s when Sputnik took off from Russia. We started building policies around education that would support that technology. What I'm concerned with right now is that what education are Black children, our new generation, because the old ones, they done forgot about you. But the young people are going through these public school systems. They can't read. They don't have any math skills. In fact, there's a 75% gap in STEM with students that go to HBCU colleges. This, I love parties, I love the band, love football, but why don't we give that same energy to the science, technology, engineering, and mathematics? Why don't we give them that same energy? If you want to talk about fear, my fear is that right now today, the data says that Black students, Black children cannot compete in the global economy. We don't have the skills to compete in the global economy. There's no policies that address that. So where will that leave us? What does the next 4 years look like? What does our future look like? And what kind of policies that are being made to educate our youth for the future? I educated my own child. I didn't depend on no school system, even though she went to good schools. But I went beyond that. And I educated my child because I understand what the future is going to look like. So how are we going to address that, Dr. Juice? How are we going to address that, sir? How are we going to address that, D?
Is that I know already happened is funding for perpetuity for HBCUs. So the government done what the government do. They threw money at it. So now on our end, like you speak on several times, Professor Voss, we, the Black community, have to say, this is what we need. This is what we want. Y'all getting this money. Now we need to see this money being used in this arena so our kids can be ready for this next step in and compete globally. Now, I agree with you wholeheartedly, Professor Voss, because I spoke on it several times. We have hundreds, did I say hundreds? Hundreds of people, students and parents in the park this time of year for football and cheerleading practice. Well, we need to use that same energy, like you say, with STEM, science, technology, engineering, and math, and be serious about it. Because otherwise, like you say, Professor Voss, we are gonna
He dropped out again.
He'll be back. But Dr. Juice, you remember I asked you several weeks ago, I said, listen, I'm certified to write college level courses. Okay. I teach internationally in 27 different countries right now. Okay. And I asked you, I said, well, Dr. Juice, what do you think that if I design a course for your community, right, do you believe that they will sign up and pay a nominal fee for me to teach them? And your reply was, hell no, professor. So how do you how do you motivate people for that? In the community that I grew up in, they ain't gonna do it. They're not gonna do it.
Well, part of their interest is football, basketball, because the money's been there. And we know for a fact that some of these alumni got arrested for stealing. You know, they got arrested for stealing. You got the president almost making $4K, and he get a house.
So how is it that I can teach? Understand this question. How is it that I can teach in 27 different countries and can't even teach in the place where I'm from, where I was born? Make that make sense. Help me with that.
You got to take. They wearing blinders. You know, the same way they put on the horses. They don't see you.
Man, I ain't listening to nothing Volk got to say, man.
He came from the same cornfield where I came from.
Wow, he came from the fruit growing. Now you're gonna get all of that. Why? So why are our people like that? Why?
That's why we in the shape we are in now.
I mean, this election just proved to you what they want to do. They want to party. They want to have a concert. But if Dr. Juice had put up an ad saying, "Hey, we're gonna have the professor to build a course. We're gonna talk about AI. We're gonna talk about robotics and how it can advance the Black community. How we can take that and be innovative and creative." I bet you, I'm willing to bet that you wouldn't get one person to sign up from your community, Dr. Juice. Not one. That's the problem right there. Brother Mark.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I was making
I
a
agree
wager
with you.
I was making a wager with Dr. Juice and saying that how is it that I can teach in 27 different countries and I can't even teach in a place where I'm from? Not one person.
Oh, that's
if I design the course right now, an AI course, which I can do, an AI course and robotics course, and design it to help Black people learn about e-commerce. Hell, you know how much wood I'm selling online? You know? And I asked Dr. Juice, how many people do you think that will sign up for my hometown? He said nobody. Nobody.
right. I agree.
So that's the willful ignorance that you talk about. You got
Yes,
you
sir.
got unutilized resources in your own community, but they don't want it.
Yes. And that's where, like you say, that's where the problem come in at, because we keep running for that shiny little trinket that's being held in front of us. Basketball, football, and all that. Let me ask you guys this. How many people in their museums have gladiators and all of the different
There you go again.
You gone again, huh?
Well, one thing, boss.
Wow.
If you got people working at pickers, working what's that company? Pick packages, warehouses. They don't see the need of your technology. They won't see the need of it. The high advance, the high education, robotics. It's not their interest. And even McDonald's using robotics to cook burgers now. But those people, they're not there. It's the first thing you come out of high school. Hey, I'm out of high school now. What am I going to do? How am I going to make money? Somebody showed me what to do. And you're supposed to have a guidance counselor. But the guidance counselor helping her family, her friends, people with higher grades. But the rest of them that come in with lower.
About to go in on every single one of these tap dances.
Y'all there, bro?
1,000%. If you don't know, my name is Maj Toure. What up, Bobby? Maj Toure, founder of Black Guns Matter. You are now watching the Maj Toure Show. Shout out to everybody that's in the Solutionary 9.
Can y'all hear me?
This is more than a half a gallon today. BCAA today. If you don't know what I'm talking about, single day in the Solutionary 9, we go through at least a half a gallon of water. If you're not in the Solutionary 9, that means you didn't get in when it was free, or you had a class. You should go over to Solutionary University, sign up under the membership tab, sign up for the Solutionary 9 Premium. Get in there. Get in there. Scraping Beauty, what's up? Big Rob, what's up? Bobby says, you can't quit now, bro. The odds are in our favor, so to speak.
Can y'all hear me, fellas?
Well, you had something planned.
Spotty.
Or I had something planned?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. I don't know why it's tripping like this, man. They janking us, man. Come up. They trying to take us out, bro. Oh, they getting bro.
Mark, you brought them Simon Demons through here.
They want me, man. I've been doing a little too much. Oh my God. This is crazy.
They taking you out, bro, Mark. They got you on the blackest screamers list.
Yeah.
That's a real
I'm gonna have
list,
to get
family,
me a burner phone.
That's what you're gonna have to do. Get you one of these satellite phones like I got right here. You ever seen one of these? Yeah.
Yeah.
He'll pick up on the satellites and everything. You got it. You ever seen one?
I saw those on Jurassic Park.
Yeah, that's the one. See it? Let me see, y'all. Look at it. They messing with my camera and everything. Can y'all see my camera? It looks it's froze on my side. But can y'all see this phone I got here?
Oh,
yeah.
Yeah, they got me froze over here. I can't even see nothing. Let me see. Mic in. I'm talking about they messing with my mic and everything. How's my microphone sound? Do I sound distorted or
No,
weird?
you sound good. But here's the thing: it's law
I can't even hear Professor.
Oh, really?
We can't hear you, Professor.
I can hear him.
You can?
Yes, I can hear him.
See that? They janking me up right now, boy.
Well, you know, law enforcement.
I can hear D, but I can't hear Professor.
Well, D, tell him law enforcement we can tap into that satellite.
And then Bro Mark done dropped again.
Hey, you sure you ain't got a bulldog Keisha over there?
I got a damn gremlin up in my damn setup. Wow. It's crazy, man. That just go to show you, man, that we're a threat, man. The black media is a threat. Let me say something real quick, if y'all can hear me, man. I'm gonna just go ahead and say it and get it out there so we can get it on digital record. Did y'all see that Kamala set her campaign headquarters up at Howard University? Did y'all pay attention to that? Did y'all pay attention to that, Professor?
Yep.
Okay.
Yes.
Well,
Now, they set it up at Howard, right?
Yeah, say it again for the audience.
They set it up at Howard. This is the crazy thing about it. They set Kamala Harris's headquarters up at Howard University, right? Now, that's such a symbolism or semantics or symbolic type gesture, very, very vague gesture to make it seem as this is my last ditch effort to play it off like I'm black, to do the cosplay thing, right? Bruh, I was watching the shit last night around 10:30, 11 o'clock. Bruh, listen, the DNC, the Democratic National Convention, who was over Kamala Harris's campaign headquarters, they throw it in the white flag. They throw the white flag up around 10:30, 11 o'clock. Because the man literally washed their asses out. Trump washed them out, period. Trump won the popular vote, and Trump won the damn electoral college
vote.
He killed them like hundreds and 200s and 300s and thousands of votes. It was no way possible. They witnessed this. They will realize this at 11 o'clock. The guy, what's his name, came out. I can't think of his name. I know his little smirky face. I can't think of his name, call his name right now. He was our campaign manager. He's a DNC shield. He's a Democratic shield. He came out and told the people at Howard, okay, look, VP Harris will not be coming out tonight to speak. She'll speak tomorrow. And good night. Turned this cold shoulder on all those people at Howard that were supporting her. Them people came out and supported her, and she didn't even address them and say, thank you for coming out. Hey, listen, I appreciate y'all for putting up the fight. We fought the fight, and hey, we did a great job. She didn't. She threw the finger up and say, fuck y'all niggas.
That was grimy, bro. That was real grimy. Bro. That was grimy.
That's what she did.
That was grimy.
Listen, y'all couldn't help me win, so the hell with y'all.
That was grimy. And imagine
a lot of people weren't paying attention to that, man. Go ahead.
Imagine what she would have done if she would have been in office. If she did that, imagine what she would have done if she would have got in office. That was grimy, bro. That was real grimy.
Wow.
Well, we talked about that. Me and the professor talked about that before. After the election, how a black man going to be treated? Oh, excuse me. The people of color, they like to change it.
Oh yeah. Yes, sir. That's sad, man. That's sad. I guarantee you after this election, I bet you won't hear her trying to portray that she's a black woman. I bet you that. How much you want to bet me, D? I bet you won't put no money up. I guarantee you won't hear another word about how black she is.
Well, I'm like Brother Mark. I'm interested in seeing what the future is going to hold. I'm interested in seeing how are we going to make money. Like I said, I'm politically independent. However, as a technologist, I'm very interested to see what Elon Musk is going to do. And I know that I've worked very hard in my company. I'm a technology company, and I just wanted to see which way the wind was going to blow. So
they say Elon from the turn us into zombie robot. Oh Lord, y'all now they want to talk about robotics. Before all they could talk about was commandment. Now they want to talk about Elon Musk and robotics. Oh my God. They put to turn us into robot slaves, and man, black people are special, kind of special. That's all I can say.
How, again, you'll get tired of me asking this question. If that's what it is, rather than be afraid of it, and I teach this every week.
Right, Professor.
How are you going to position yourself to make money with all of this. There are other people that I'm teaching. They're researching ways to leverage this technology into their infrastructure. I teach it every day.
Yes, sir.
I'll tell you what. Let me see. Can I share my screen? I'm gonna show you what I'm doing right now. Watch this. Right now, let me share my screen, Dr. Juice. I don't mind sharing this. This is what I'm teaching in 27 different countries. Hold on. Live stream.
Let me get my cousin comment in. We got a comment. Mr. Forshe says, I didn't waste my time voting, cuzzo. It was a shit show from the beginning. This is one of my cousins out there in Tupelo, Mississippi. He live out in Tupelo, Mississippi. Y'all know that's where my people from, my pops. Cuz say it was a shit show from the beginning. And everybody know Trump will win and nobody letting a woman run the country. Okay, boy. Some big words, cuz.
I don't like that.
Can you see my screen? All right. This is what I'm working on right now, Dr. Juice.
Mm-hmm.
I'm teaching in 27 different countries, right? With these people they own businesses. And what they're looking to do right now is that how can we pilot AI to improve our businesses? Okay, how can we take generative AI and improve? I'm giving them 5 steps right now in terms of how they approach AI and create pilots in their business to identify the challenges that they're having to make their businesses more efficient and more cost effective. I'm teaching that right now. And you don't have one person in your community that would sign up for my course. Why do you think I teach overseas? I'm tired of teaching in the United States. But there are other countries, there are other people who are really, really putting their head in this. So my question again is that how Black people are going to educate themselves to be competitive in the global market? How that's going to work?
Definitely better do something fast.
We're not competitive in the global market. How are you going to make money?
Well, I kind of think that's what Trump is on. Trump is like, fuck the globalists, and we're going to start manufacturing everything right here in America again. But I get what you're saying, Professor. We definitely have to be competitive when it comes to technology. And I think versus what you're saying is that we're going to have to get people like the professor to create sustainable solutions such as alternative education. Because you got to keep it a 100, Professor. You know these colleges don't want a Black man teaching nobody nothing.
No,
Come on, you know that.
Black or white. Black colleges have Chinese, Indians teaching their kids. But sir, let me indulge you right quick. So right now today, anybody can look this up. China is rerouting their goods through Mexico to come to the United States.
Exactly.
That's a $609 billion industry. Here's my question, Dr. Juice.
What industry? What industry is that, Professor? Be more precise with us.
It's the supply chain. It's the supply chain of goods.
Of what type of goods? Something that Black people are very near and dear to, and just kind of
everything in Walmart, everything in Home Depot.
Well, I'm just saying, I get that, but what is something that one of the markets that we should be controlling that we especially as Black men have a fetish for?
Oh, auto parts,
auto customization, rims,
all that, yeah.
Music. They're taking all that stuff, making it in China via way of Mexico, and Mexico is making the money to be able to import that stuff into America. And see, this is the reason why Trump is trying to put all these tariffs on any type of Chinese goods, because that way that will curve the competition. You're not going to stop China But one thing we can do that will create avenues for us to come up with different types of resources and manufacturing
Well,
skills.
also, China has a sweetheart deal with us
Absolutely.
where they can ship their stuff into the U.S. for pennies. I'm just going to use this as an example.
That's what we're saying. Right.
Right. So they ship it in to us for pennies. Let's say 50 cents.
Through Mexico,
And
right.
when we try to send in stuff to them and export to them, it's going to cost us $5. And so that's the problem right there. And that's what, like you say, Trump is trying to normalize and get it more fair for us.
Yep.
And this is out of China too, because they have these, like with Amazon got our US Postal Service by the sack, because them little packets and stuff, they move that stuff for little or nothing. You know, them little plastic packets they send out to you?
Right.
It comes straight from China and it costs almost nothing.
Yep.
So those are the little things that we losing on, but we the normal people don't know about. And Professor, hey guys, by the way, I changed phones on them so I can stay on here for a while. But Professor Boss, I agree with you on most of that, but that's one reason why I say at the policies, we need to highlight the policies that we can take advantage of. And when I say take advantage, we can create a business to utilize that policy so we can make money, just like our senators do and many others. We got to start doing it.
Mm-hmm.
But sir, here's my question. We are what I would describe as a people, we're consumer slaves. So how do you tell your brothers that who I think Dr. Juice was telling me, like those 24s, a set of rims might be anywhere from $5,000 to $10,000. So when I go to Orlando and I go and I see the Classic and I see at least 100 of those cars, at least to me it would be what, a couple $1 million parading down the road. How do you talk to the brothers and convince them, say, bro, you need to be making some of these parts? How do you educate that? The HBCUs are not teaching that. The HBCUs are not teaching entrepreneurship. They're teaching black students how to go get a job.
And how to party.
Man, yeah. So how do you change that narrative? How do you re-educate? How do you do that? I don't have an answer to that.
And I think you get that done by being the example and exposing, how do I say it? Not exposing, but being exposed so your example can be seen by the younger generation, because the younger generation is where it's gonna take root, the grassroots, because those are the ones who got a more fertile mind. They haven't already cut all of their options out, and they don't have this connection with massa. So their mind is like a sponge, and that sponge, you're putting all the fertilizer in. So now the only thing they know is what they have been taught. So when they've been taught the proper stuff, now they can go and start utilizing it and changing our narrative.
Well, I spend a lot of time with the younger generation because I have a younger daughter. And from my own personal perspective, my daughter generation, they look at the baby boomers as old slaves. You know, they look at us as old slaves. Say, hey, you know, y'all spent all this time in government, corporate America, 8 hours a day, you know, picking cotton. They don't. I can tell you right now, my daughter don't. She don't even want it. They are not feeling it. They want to travel. They want to live a quality life. They want to mix their leisure time with work time. So that whole model that we were taught, that my generation was taught, was to go to school, son, get a good education, so you can get a good job. That's my generation, and they have rejected that.
Yeah, but is that rejection a good rejection across the board, or do you utilize a portion of that? Because when you utilize it, you know, it's fine to run off and travel and do all that, spend quality time, but you also have to be setting up for your future. So if you're doing all that and setting up for your future, it makes sense. But
Well, let me speak to that right quick. Let me speak to that.
Okay.
So my philosophy, and I don't mind sharing my child raising, and my daughter and I, we've gone back and forth with that. I said, you need to go to the plantation and get resources from them. See, think about it. You had three different kind of Negroes on the plantation. You had the house Negro, you had the field Negro, and then you had a Negro like us who wanted to be free. Now, the ones who wanted to be free and who were successful for leaving the plantation, they didn't get emotional and say, oh man, I'm gonna leave, you know, because I don't like the man beat me. Those slaves, they didn't survive. They didn't prepare. The black people who escaped and was able to make it to the North were the ones who were able to plan. They made sure that they had provisions. They got like they stored potatoes, they stored beans, things that would help them survive on their journey to freedom. So I hear what you're saying, sir, and I agree with you. I've warned them, the younger people, about don't get so emotional that you just leave the plantation and you don't have provisions to survive. Learn everything that you can. And then when it's time to leave that plantation, you'll be prepared.
You know, China youth is going through the same thing also. They don't want to be like they older generation working 10 hours of days. They don't want to do it. So they are going against the system also.
It's beautiful to go against the system. I agree. But it's a way to do it. It's a way to do it. And you don't have to look, I don't want to work a 12-hour day, but I will work a 12-hour day if that 12-hour day is going to help me get to where my goal is faster. But when you have somebody who ain't never worked a 12-hour day, or you have somebody who ain't never pushed themselves and who refuse to push themselves, they will not pull it off. So that's one reason why you have to start at the bottom, sort of like us picking fruit, sort of like us doing the hard grunt work, growing up, because any one of us that's been out there with the Florida necktie around our neck can go anywhere and succeed because we got that dog in us and we ain't gonna quit. But
that
you
dog.
got somebody who ain't never been through trials and tribulations, that will be a lot more difficult.
Well, if you're talking about an hourly person, of course, most hourly person wouldn't have the same as an entrepreneur, because we have hourly people. They totally think totally different for how we be thinking, how we be out there hustling.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir, man. Hey, and listen, man, y'all guys is dropping some hot fire tonight. He's still acting janky with my signal. I can hear it coming back now, trying to get janky again. Y'all hear that? Can y'all hear that feedback?
No.
No.
Not now.
Everything sounds clear.
Yes.
You might have to deal with your configuration modification that you're doing today, Dr. Juice.
Yeah, my dang on sound, my sound, what they call it, my dang on, I did it one time and came back. My drivers, my sound installers, my drivers, they just been acting janky.
Well, let me offer you this. A lot of times when you talk about
Can y'all hear me?
when you're integrating your technology, a lot of times you have configuration conflicts because you got different technologies working together
Yeah.
or trying to work together. It's not, we used to call it plug and play, but it's really
Mhm.
plug and pray.
Mm-hmm.
I like that.
Yes, sir.
But I'm very interested in the educational aspect of what we are able to do as a group of men. We have the ability to educate. I mean, that's what we're doing now. But I would like to see us become more intentional. Dr. Juice, you talked about a survey. It would be interesting to me to find out from your audience the level of appetite. You know, who would be interested in learning AI and robotics from a Black perspective? You know, how will AI and robotics help me make money? You know, I do it every day. I don't have a sign out in my front yard talking
But I
about
think, as well as that being so eloquently and well said, Professor, I think we gotta kind of inform these jokers on what AI is and the capabilities first of the AI
Are you
to
saying
really let them grasp the concept of AI.
Are you saying that they can't even spell AI?
Not saying that. I'm just saying.
That was a good one, Professor.
I'm just saying the artificial intelligence to show them how they're already demonstrating and utilizing this software, this technology, and they're not even, to their awareness, they're not even aware that they're using it. And I think that if we demonstrate it from that perspective, I think that they'll be more, they'll grasp it more, they'll engage it from a better standpoint, if that makes any sense.
Well, it don't. And the reason why it don't make sense is because they'll take a collection up for Pastor Pork Chop, but they wouldn't take up a collection for me to teach them. That's my argument.
No, we're not saying though about the teaching part of it. We're just trying to make them aware of what it completely is. I think that's why they'll do the collection for Pastor Pork Chop, because they're not realizing that Pastor Pork Chop has them limited in their capabilities and limited in their, you get what I'm saying, limited in their resources, and that
And Pastor,
go ahead, bro Mark.
and Pastor Pork Chop has been a part of their life, slowly training them
Absolutely.
into what they're doing now. So that's almost like when Pastor Pork Chop died and a new pastor come from Chicago, you're gonna have a big upheaval in the church. So
yeah, because Deacon Cornbread is jealous.
Right. So if we can get them to if we can get everybody to understand, because they're making AI almost be a catchphrase, because on your cell phone they say AI, on this they say AI. So I think a lot of people don't necessarily know the power of artificial intelligence.
So sir, how do you introduce this then? What would be a strategy to introduce this to your audience?
Well, we got one of the greatest professors from Polk County, from Lake Wales, the 3Ds, to start slowly immersing them into the AI culture.
Man, you got people, you got my peers who I grew up with. They said, man, I remember when Vol couldn't even play basketball.
But guess what? They kids don't know nothing about you playing basketball. They just see you talking about AI, and they have the young people have a little understanding of the AI. And so now when you speak on the AI, they have an understanding. That old fool is talking noise and trying to be a hater. He don't even have a clue what AI is.
Like I said, he can't even spell AI.
Right.
The only AI they see is a Terminator.
Oh God, I'm gonna have to get y'all on the stage. But
look here, fellas. This has been a great show. Hey, let's do something again tomorrow, man. I think we're gonna have to do a part 2 to this, follow up. But it's been excellent. I'm loving it. And we just wanted to get some thoughts, man. I guess people are still a little butt hurt right now, so we'll let that butt heal up a little bit. And
wow, that's crazy.
And somebody, when they let somebody get too rough with that butt, I like to call it the bussy hole. We got a lot of those guys out there like that bussy. But this is where alpha males hang out right here, y'all. This is where alpha males hang out. So you got to be a real lion to come up in this platform, in this space. You got to be a real carnivore. Yeah, because we like to draw blood over here, and this is not the platform, or this is not the space where you can be all sensitive and emotionally moist. And yeah, we're not doing that over here.
Sassy. I don't know. I don't know.
Sassy.
I don't know what make man want to be sassy.
Sassy Santana. Y'all heard about him?
I'm like, come on, bro.
Sassy. Let me play some of these election numbers real quick. I'm gonna see what this breakdown is right here. I had something pulled up. I had wanted to share with the family real quick. Let's see if I can share it real quick with y'all. Man, that man washed them out. That man used AI. That man used technology. Y'all think them Republicans just some dumb country bumpkins, some hillbillies. But boy, this proves right here that they weren't trying to have no dance party with Beyonce. Dance party with Beyonce. Beyonce. Let's see here. Let's run these numbers real quick. Let's see what they're talking about. Man killed the game, man killed the game. Y'all see all that red? That's what you call a red wave.
But you know it though.
So if you do the schematic, if you do the whole layout, the whole logistics of what's happened last night, they took over. The Republicans took over the House. They took over the Senate. They took over the judicial side of things. They took over the Trump won the popular vote. He won the electoral vote. I would say through those moves and through those actions and through those messages that America is pretty much speaking out. They're saying, hey man, enough of this fuckery is enough. We don't want our kids sharing the locker room together. We don't want girls and boys competing in the same sport arenas. We don't want drag queens teaching our kids Dr. Seuss book, reading Dr. Seuss books to our kids in drag. We don't want that. We don't want tampon Tim. We don't want tampons in the boys' bathroom. I don't understand how Christians even went along with none of this. And do you wonder why you can't draw the people in? You wonder why you cannot stand on real godly business? Because you're sitting up here turning a blind eye to all types of abomination. I don't understand it. I don't understand it, family. I just don't. I think we lost Bro Mark again. Let's see. Yeah, we lost it one more time. We keep losing Bro Mark.
There I go. Yes, I'm back.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, we were just talking about all this abomination that's going on. I don't even say how a person can call themselves a man or woman of God with all these abominations that you're agreeing with, you're turning a blind eye to. It's sad.
You know what? Dr. Juice, I agree with you wholeheartedly. Anything that's against the Bible, these Democratic candidates are for. So how is it that Black Christians can be so stuck on Kamala when they openly reject God? Have you heard her say, you know how presidents and vice presidents say, God bless America? Have you heard her say that once?
Right. Nope. Never heard it.
I'm telling you, I don't understand our people and the fact that they don't believe in brainwashing, because we have been brainwashed to some mess.
Man.
I heard a preacher say that. I heard a preacher at Morehouse College say that, you know, when he was trying to explain to students that there were more than two genders, and he said that if we don't teach this, we won't get paid. I heard him say that.
That's right.
Wow.
So they got to teach that there were more than two genders.
Wow. So
they
their economic survival, is dependent.
And guess what, sir? Right. And guess what, sir? And y'all look this up. They got $175 million to do research. How about that?
Wow.
Well, we're gonna have to go do some research.
Wow.
You know, we can get some of that research money. We can start looking in Dominican Republic and start checking genders and.
Wow. I gotta play this real quick just to show the family how they was finessed the whole time. I gotta play this for the family to show y'all how y'all was finessed, family. Y'all was finessed the whole time, man. I gotta show you this. Oh, they done took it off. Oh,
last thing, Dr. King.
Yep. They blocked it. Okay, hold on. I might have it back. Hold on. Let's see. Let's see if they blocked it real quick. Let's see if we got it. Dance party with Beyonce. That just stuck in my head, man. I'm serious, bro. Oh, let's see.
Tell you straight from her own mouth.
Can y'all hear that?
And to Indian Americans all across the United States, I want to wish you a happy Indian Independence Day. On August 15th, 1947, men and women all over India rejoiced in the declaration of the independence of the country of India. Today, on August 15th, 2020, I stand before you as the first candidate for Vice President of the United States of South Asian descent. So I hope you celebrate today, and then tomorrow, I hope you join me in getting to work.
I'll just let Kamala tell you.
Did y'all hear that?
Straight from her own mouth.
And to Indian Americans all across the United States, I want to wish you a happy Indian Independence Day.
I rest my case.
Shortest memory. Shortest memory.
Y'all got finesse. Who gonna take accountability? That's all I'm saying. Will Black Americans stand up and take accountability from this election? Will we? I'm curious to know, and I really want to know. Like, are we tired of being used? Are we tired of being kumbaya to death? We can't speak our minds. We have to be controlled by our oppressors and narratives.
With Jews, they still love their oppressor. They in love with them. They trust their word. They trust everything what they say.
Well, that's what Professor's talking about. He can sit here till he blue in the face and tell you how AI and technology this and this that is going to help us come out of this poverty. But nobody will take the chance and open up their mindset to give this man the opportunity to show and invest and give back to his community. But if he had the complexion for protection, which was that European look or that European people to jump on it just like that. They'll jump on it. Oh, yeah, this is it. Oh, yeah, man, this is the new thing. Oh, yeah, that Gary Voss guy, he is the true plug. But because he's a black man.
They ain't gonna do it.
Well, you know, Jews, our brother, which we call him Christ and other names we call him, he said the same thing. He said, well, you're going to listen to me or listen to man?
That's right.
He went through the same thing with the people. Went through the same thing. And look what they chose. They chose a murder over him.
Absolutely.
So
the prophet is not welcome in his own home.
So, amen, bro. So Professor, they'll choose an idiot over you.
I get it.
Like Miss Piggy trying to do.
Yeah. Again, I am so interested in seeing what the next 4 years are going to look like. How are you going to make money? Right now, the data says that you're in trouble. The data says that you can't read. The data says that you don't know math. And I'm just speaking to where I'm from. The data says that you're third on the food chain when it comes to English language and the arts. You're third on the food chain when it comes to math. And the Latinos, they are passing you. So again, how are you going to make money? You got robotics. You got robotics in these warehouses. Look at all the warehouses that they're building, logistics centers. You know, and another thing that I've noticed, right? And everything that I'm saying, you can look up. The $609 billion industry of supply chain, I'm seeing people in Mexico eating good. So who are these people that are coming across the borders? Because they're doing good business in Mexico with the Chinese.
There you go. Great question.
And they building they got car manufacturer plants. They got warehouse out the chain. I'm the same way. How in the world all these people going to mass migrate over to America and all this work in Mexico?
Well, all those people coming across the southern border aren't Mexican. That's why. And the Mexicans that are coming across the border are usually like the country ones. Because as you gentlemen know, I've been researching Mexico for a couple years.
Oh, what I was telling you, Professor, what is that? CBP is an app that they can download and register, and the United States will have an airplane there to fly them over. CBP.
Oh yeah, I remember that. Yep. That's messed up. Let's see how long that app worked.
Right.
You're right about that, bro, D.
But they was flying them over for this election, for the voting. That's why these.
I was at the polls, bro. I was in there with so many immigrants, and I know these jokers was undocumented. I'm already knowing it. You could tell they have that look. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not discriminating on anyone, but
I thought they're supposed to have a driver's license.
Bruh. That's something that I was showing. You'll be amazed at how many states that you don't need a driver's license. You don't need a picture ID.
Oh yeah, a lot of those sanctuary city states for sure.
Yes. And I got to pull up that information, but yeah, that was part of the plan. That's why she was supposedly running neck and neck. But just like Trump said, make it too big to rig.
Wow.
There it is, D. You right, D.
Oh, you found it?
Yeah. It's the app right there.
Yeah.
That's what fact checking is so important. And that's something that we don't do as well as people. We don't fact check. We don't look at the data. We just believe. We believe in Jesus. We believe in this. And we don't fact check. That's good work.
Right. And I've been working on other things also. And I don't know why I can say it on the channel. Because you say anything, I guess I'm gonna have to talk to Juice on privacy. I just, I can talk where I can say it because I'm not sure. If I say it,
Yeah, let's just be safe. We'll bring it up
right.
We'll bring it up on the next episode.
Or not.
Yeah, because our people need to know before the United States what was here, what this land was called. And what the city, what great city was here. They taught us
tons of
Jerusalem was over there in the Middle East, but it wasn't. It was here. The Holy City was here. It was here. And they've been lying. They lied to us so bad. We was already here. This is our land.
Absolutely.
Our land went from Canada all the way down past Mexico.
And the Caribbean.
It's our land.
CBP One launches digital application feature. New legal pathways for asylum seekers. CBP One launches digital application feature. Yeah, D. That's good information, bro. Thanks for that, my dude. My man.
So So while you got border control sitting at their trucks, waving their feet, looking, they flying over.
Flying right over.
Well, now you know with this past administration, Border Patrol was like a concierge service. They weren't even doing like other administrations. Even Obama administration was strong on illegals.
Wow.
And they about
They
drained
had-
Texas border. They about drained that state. They put so much money out, it's draining them.
Yeah, Arizona too.
So here's the question, gentlemen. So I really love I tell you, I love the research y'all are doing. I love the fact check. So can you show me anything that has been done to enable the black man or the black community for that matter, besides the Beyonce concert, Dr. Juice?
Everything has been implemented to do the exact opposite. Because like Dee said, you know, we've ran this show for so long on this land, and this is our land. So they have to separate us from our land mentally and physically.
Right.
And you know how America get down. America get down to where they make you make the decision to leave your land or make a bad decision.
Yep.
So they're going to deprive us of so much and make us feel so terrible, not even our woman like us. And where do you go as a black man? And that's why they pull in so many of these tethers from different communities who tend to look like us. But then they start espousing the same things that white people espouse.
Culture vultures.
Yes. So, you know, it's sad but true. The very things that we believed in. Did y'all notice that now white people are the examples of quote unquote morality and dignity, and we are the ones who's running around killing ourselves and all that type stuff?
Right. We're not standing on principles anymore. Morals.
No
and
more.
values.
No more.
Yep.
We're the ones who are the epitome of the degradation in society.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
And they are the ones that's the epitome of success.
Mm-hmm.
And we gotta stop helping them do that.
Right.
Yep.
That's why they was marked with leprosy.
Yep.
They are leopards.
We are the funders and the supporters of our own oppression. Yes. Yes. But listen, fellas, we got to keep an optimistic. We really do have to keep an optimistic mindset, because reason being, at the end of the day, right? At the end of the day, we can still make this happen.
Biden is asleep. Kamala is at a dance party with Beyonce. 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 Dance party with Beyonce. Dance party with Beyonce. Dance party with Beyonce. Dance party with Beyonce. 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 Party with Beyonce. 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 Dance party.
We're going to have a good time.
Beyonce.
Dead broke, but we're going to have a good time.
Dance party with Beyonce.
When does this madness end?
Dance party with Beyonce. Dance party with Beyonce, 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 Beyonce. Party with Beyonce, Beyonce.
Stop. Carry on.
Dance party with Beyonce, Beyonce. Dance party with Beyonce, Beyonce. Dance party with Beyonce, Beyonce. Dance party with Beyonce, Beyonce, Beyonce.
Hold up.
Dance party with Beyonce.
All else fails.
Dance party with Beyonce.
We're gonna have a dance party with Beyonce.
Dance party with Beyonce. Dance party with Beyonce. Beyonce. Beyonce.
Hey, man.
Beyonce. Beyonce. Party with Beyonce. Beyonce.
I'm gonna get it y'all, man.
All right, brothers.